Hey guys, Nikki here. Today I wanted to talk with you about a concept called asking permission before you take things from nature. Now this can be anything from a flower for your hair to a rock that you find on a hike that you really like and feel attached to, or whether you're just harvesting herbs from nature or the wild or wherever you're picking things. Picking a bouquet of wildflowers counts. Sand from the beach or seashells would also be considered in this category. And the reason I talk about this is because nowhere else in life can we just take things without asking permission. If you go into a store, you have to pay for something. You can't just go over to your friend's house and take something of theirs and bring it home with you without asking to borrow it. And I think we forget that in nature this is important too. Now, the reason why it's important for a couple different things. Sometimes it's not meant for you. It's just meant for you to enjoy in the space that you are in at that moment. And the other reason is because sometimes, whether it's a plant or a bush or a tree or a rock or sand or shells or flowers, the things that are in specific areas are sometimes meant to be there because they are protecting something. They're protecting the land, they're protecting the space, or they are creating a cohesive energy within that particular area. So it's very important that you not just yank something out of that and disrupt the balance. It's like if you take an ingredient out of a cake and you make it without that ingredient, it just doesn't taste the same or it doesn't work right. So that's why we have to be very careful when we're just, taking things, even though to us it might seem very simple or inconsequential. Now, if you want to ask permission from something, everything has energy, and I hear things talk with me all the time. The grass, the plants, the trees, the leaves, the little animals that walk by, just the earth itself. And if you are not someone that has that ability, that's completely fine. If you are well versed in any of the psychic senses, you can use one of those to reach out if that's how you gather information. And if that is difficult for you, it might be nice to just sit in kind of a calm meditative space and in your mind's eye try to connect with the object it is that you are asking permission from, and let it speak to you or talk to you in whatever way it chooses. And from that method you can pick up the answer of whether it's for you to take or not. You might, especially if you're kind of don't have the psychic abilities in line just yet, if you just get a feeling on it like, oh, maybe it doesn't want to be taken, like when you ask, can I take you home, and it just feels bad to you, don't take it. It's supposed to be there. But if it feels okay and you feel happy about it, feels good to you, and you feel like the object that you're holding or touching or connecting with feels good, then take it and thank it for allowing you to do that. I think that's very, very important. And I think we forget sometimes too that nature is as alive as it is, and it has so much energy in every single thing, whether it's an animate object or an inanimate object or whatever. Everything has that energy. So it's very, very important to ask for those reasons. Now, specifically too, if you take something that's not meant for you and you're feeling a very strange vibe from it, take it back to that place and put it back where you found it, and kind of reset the balance, because maybe you miscalculated somewhere. So keep that in mind as well. I know a really great example of this is in Hawaii. That island, all the islands actually, are very alive with a lot of powerful energy. So a lot of spiritual people like myself are very drawn there because of the way that it feels and because of how good it feels. But you also have to be very careful not to take anything that's not meant for you to have. The islands are very specific about that as well. And I'm sure you hear stories of people taking things without asking and then having bad luck and all these things, and so they will ship all the stuff back, and I'm sorry I took it, here it is, please put it back, it was not supposed to be. So be very, very careful when you decide to just take something. Put some thought into it and always ask permission, and hopefully you will get exactly what it is that you need when you are doing this. So hopefully that was really helpful for you guys. If you have any more questions or some pieces of this don't make sense, or you want to learn how to connect better, please hit me up and let me know. I'm happy to answer any questions that you guys have in order to help you use this method properly and make it work for you. So thanks so much for watching. Until next time, I hope you guys have an absolutely beautiful day.